Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Just want to talk about how back workouts are pretty much the stable of your entire strength of your body, as your back is very connected to your abdominals, your torso, the whole trunk of your body. So I would say that to be great at a bunch of chin-ups, a bunch of pull-ups, if you can do several chin-ups and pull-ups around the 20 range, anytime you reach that amount of strength, you'll most likely gain abs, like visible six-pack abs, because it takes such core power to get up and do that pull-up, which is pull-ups and chin-ups, which is one of the hardest workouts, but one of the most beneficial. Speaking of beneficial, crack him one of these root beers right here. Getting it all over myself too. But if you can do a bunch of pull-ups, then you most likely will have strong torso, giving you that cool six-pack ab look. But it's what you can do with the power of the pull-ups. I mean, we go back centuries, and it's been said it got the title "a strong backbone" or "you have no spine." And I believe that those choice words were given in a sentence because we just know instinctually that without our backs, we are in trouble. You can't sit up straight. If you break your back, it can be debilitating. Spinal surgeries are always risky and scary. So to put as much muscle around that spine and protect it, and it's not like you're going to put on so much muscle like people say, I don't want to put on too much muscle. You can't. As a natural person, you can't. Like, you can keep getting yoked and it'll be good for you. It'll just help protect your spine by adding a lot of muscle around that strong back. All right, so it's called the strong backbone, and today I got to work out my strong backbone, and I did a crap ton of rows on a very good day, a very high energy day here. I did end up getting 220 pounds for 5 reps, and that was the peak of the weight of it. But I did knock out 185 for 15, and that felt really good. And that's good any time in your life. I'm pretty happy I gained enough strength back to where I could do 15 reps with 185 and bent over rows. That's an achievement. I feel good about that, especially after that smack from the car, the damn van. But it was motivating. I gotta keep admitting this. It's so humbling and motivating. I have another day on this beautiful planet with all the chaos, with all the work, with all the destruction, all the beauty, everything. It's good to know I survived and I get to see another one through, and highly motivating to be super down and damaged in the healing stage, and then to persevere so, in my opinion, pretty rapidly. It's been 3 months almost, and it's been a good struggle, but I'm gonna use this to the best of my ability, taking a whooping at 40 when on the arm that's already been on the arm that was already broke in each part. Each bone was all broke apart anyways. So just insult to injury is what that's called. But to get it strong again, I'm gonna continue. I want to get 220 for 15 reps. That would be some power right there. Why don't I make that a goal? feels good. And the back to the back. So there's a series of workouts you can do to build a strong back. Pull-ups is just one of them. Chin-ups is just one. But the bent row, I don't see being done hardly enough and done seriously. I spent nearly 45 minutes just doing the row, which is superior back workout compared to all these cables and machines. They have a place, but let's be real about it. Picking up the barbell weight is heavy, and that's what is going to build some thickness and rugged power. I could never even think of a machine that replicates picking up 185 pounds from the floor, just dead. There's nothing like it. So that row needs much more respect. I think bench press gets way too much respect, and it is a great lift, high quality, nothing wrong with it. But deadlift and the squat and the bench, the big three. But bent over row, if you want to build up some damn power, man, you could do that with the bent row. 220 pounds explosive lifts, that'll build you a thick back. You will be a silverback gorilla. You do them right. You concentrate. Took me years to get good at the bent row and how to do it. See a lot of people fold it over, terrible form. You need to pay attention when you do that lift and make sure you're all focused. Have your spinous erectus revved up and lots of blood flowing through the middle of the back and the lower part of the back. That lower back tends to take a beating when you're getting up in the heavier weights. In my opinion, anything past 170, I think is starting to get pretty heavy. Some people think you need to pick up insane amounts of weights, and that's what's heavy. That's on a different level. Just as average bodybuilders, average fitness people, you can do your best, but once it gets to 200 pounds, it's pretty heavy. So you want to make sure your core is warmed up. You got them abs tight, ready, filled with blood. The lower back is full of blood before you go bent over rowing, because that is a lot. It'll tax you. And if you do that wrong on a stiff lower back that has no blood in it, that's smarts. That'll spell disaster for your lower back. So watch out. I always do about 15 to 20 minutes of cardio before doing any of these free weight movements, especially a deadlift or a bent over row. So I'd say get extra sweaty, do some hard stretching. The Stairmaster, I gotta say, that Stairmaster is a great warm-up, and it's always difficult, never easy, blows you up, and that's what you want before going into the land of lats and the bent over row in specific. Before you do that, you want to be sweaty, flexible, and ready to dig, and all your concentration shouldn't be, in my opinion, just shouldn't be like caught up in a conversation with somebody or a text. Before doing that, you got to get mentally focused to push through some very heavy, uncomfortable movements. It's very uncomfortable, and you got to hold your breath, and then as you're pulling up, you let some breath out, but not all of it, because you got to hold this. You got to be inflated for this. You can't go in there all deflated and not pumped up and ready to get a position to where you're arched over and you're going to put some power into your back and hold a concentrated repetition. You can't be in there all soft. You got to get a deep breath and be uncomfortably ready to lift and breathe slowly at the same time, at the right time. A lot more going into it. Maybe that's why I don't see it very much, is because people probably don't know exactly how to do that. They didn't want to take the time to learn. One of the most beneficial back workouts there is, from the bent over row in specific. I know you could see the lats from the front on the physique. That's what does it. Pull-ups, It helps with width, but bent over row will help build that thickness of the mushroom, the taper. It helps with that. Even though I barely have a taper, it helps with creating a taper by doing that bent over row, gaining that thickness. Get your wings. Totally worth it. And the power that it comes with, just feels good to know, you could get like a slip and a fall or something, and you'll be okay. Your back will be all right. It's not a frail back. You got a strong back. And continue working the back. The more pull-ups you can do, strong back, strong physique. I've never seen a strong man or a woman with a back that was cut up, chiseled, and very formed well, looked strong, with the rest of their body not being strong. It's almost impossible, as you can sometimes get away with it on other parts of the body, the other physiques, guy with big biceps, a chick with just a fat ass. She's got like skinnier legs. You're like, what? How did, and it just doesn't flow right. And I've seen that on many people. But if you build your back, I guarantee you the rest of your physique will come into play. It'll look great. And those abs will come in. And then, that's what everybody's after, right? Like the stomach, good looking abs. But there's more to the just being good looking abs. If you are in good a shape, then your abs are strong and the whole body's strong. So it is worth having to make them extremely visible. Lots of dieting. You never can get enough dieting in to get that real chiseled look. Subsequently, though, you will get that chiseled look, and the more ripped you are, the less energy you have. So there's a fine line between, looking good and then feeling good. After a while, running on 3 or 4% body fat, that's like walking around. You're about to die. Like it's a lot of. It looks good, but you're on death's door there. So don't get too lean. Can be dangerous and lethargic. I mean, what's the point of that kind of conditioning if you can't even use it? I mean, if you could barely even get an erection, you lost so much weight, you don't have any fat, barely any fat in your body, your test is in the trash, can't even get it up. So, but getting visible abs is good and it makes you strong, and it'll help you stay flexible, stay young for life, overall. Bodybuilding, working out, calisthenics, cardio, all these things, stretching, yoga, all this stuff, physical body stuff, will keep you young. It's our only real fountain of youth. So remember that, and you're in control of that. Everybody can monitor their intensity with the workout. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or extra advanced, 20 years in. You monitor your intensity. You choose how bad you want to go, how far you want to go. It's all on you. So get to work. Know that you have way more control than anyone else has. It's all on you. You control what you put in your mouth. You control your sleep habits. You control your own flexibility. You control what you're going to do. You monitor. You are your own. You're the boss of your own ship. Yep. So take responsibility. Stay fit. I'm going to attempt to get some sleep. So have a good night. Odd Fitness. Tim Brennan signing out. Work that back.